All right, we're going to start with this foldable. This is for slope intercept form. We'll get started on this. We will, after we fill this, cut it all out. It says cut between every rectangle, make 5 rectangles, stack rectangles on top of each other, smallest to top on top and largest on bottom, staple together on this left edge. And I'll show you how to do that after we finish filling it out. So let's start with the M. M stands for slope. Okay, sorry about the shadow. Slope is rate of change and steepness. Well, let's put steepness. Steepness of a graph. Okay, so it tells me how steep that line is on the graph. Okay, on the X, X is the independent variable. Independent. Okay, independent variable. This is our input. We're going to substitute any value for X to solve for Y. Okay. B is what we call the y-intercept. Y-intercept. Intercept means where does it cross something? And I'll explain this to you in just a moment. So B is the y-intercept. This number represents where the y-axis, represents where the graph intersects the y-axis. Okay, so it tells us where this line intersects the y-axis. At that point is where the line intersects the y-axis. That is the B, the y-intercept. Okay, Y is your dependent variable. I didn't fit it on there, did I? All right, so let's put all this together and show you what it is on a graph. So if I have the example y equals 2x, and let's do minus 3. All right, so this is the equation for this graph, or for that line. The slope, okay, this is the slope, M, okay. What it tells us is from any perfect point on that line, if we rise 2 and run 1, okay, that's the same. The slope M equals 2 over 1, which equals 2. That's rise over run. Okay, this is up 2 over 1. Rise over run. That tells us the steepness of the graph. And then B is our y-intercept. Okay, and that's this point right here where this line intersects with the y-axis. This is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. So this is where the line intersects with the y-axis. It is the y-intercept. Okay, so once you get that all copied down, if you need to rewind and go back through. You're going to cut out every single piece of this. And so what you will have are a bunch of single pieces. And you're just going to take your big piece, the example piece, put it on bottom. Then put the next biggest piece, which is the B. And then the X. And then the M. And then the Y. And it gives you the slope-intercept equation, which is y equals mx plus b. And just staple it in a couple places. So now, if we open it up, it tells you what m is, it tells you what x is, it tells you what the b is, and then you have an example. Okay, that's our foldable for slope-intercept form.